Yo, what up guys, it's your boy Legendary here. Today people, I'm going to be doing an awesome, cool, unique deck profile that I'm doing for my boy Joey Wheeler here. This isn't like official, this is more like kind of my own, you could say, fan-made deck profile. So obviously in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Joey did exist, but we didn't see him. But we can assume that he kind of went into the Pro League, or at least, you know, join tournaments and stuff like that afterwards. So this is kind of my interpretation of Joey's deck in GX. So I added new cards into Joey's deck to give him some upgrades because his deck is a little bit outdated, and I wanted a little bit more I wanted the deck to have some cool new upgrades, some new powers and stuff like that. So I did that. So the kind of storyline I kind of created was Maximilian Pegasus. Obviously stated in GX that Joey was, I think, his third favorite duelist, next to obviously Yugi and Kaiba. So he is promoting Joey to be in these tournaments, and he's giving him new cards and upgrades. So this is going to be a version 1. So there's a couple new cards, some fan cards I created, as well as just some other cards that actually did come out in real life that I added in there that I felt fit Joey's deck style, personality and stuff like that, the way he plays. And then there's going to be a version 2 where there's a massive wave of support. I created a bunch of new cards for Joey Wheeler, a bunch of new Red Eye support cards. It's going to be more Red Eyes focused, along with creating even more new retrained version of some of his classic monsters. So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming up with Joey for version 2, but this is version 1. So I'm going to just show you guys. This isn't official. These are just cards that I added as a fantasy thing, you know, like what I would like to see Joey have if he showcased in GX. What improvements, what new cards would I add, what new strategies would I add to his deck, and that's it. But yeah, so yeah, let's just get started. Alright, so first off, obviously we have his ace monster, Red Eyes Black Dragon. I'm going to go through the new Red Eyes cards I added to his deck first. I did not add all the Red Eyes cards just because it has Red Eyes in the name. That doesn't mean I add it. I have a specific vision in mind for the cards that I see Joey having. So if you want to build your own Joey GX deck, you can add whatever you want. Like I said, this is just my own fantasy thing, so you can literally do whatever you want. But I didn't add all the Red Eyes cards. I only added a couple, the ones that I felt fit the best for my vision of Joey. Then we have Red Eye Soul. I think this card, no, this is in the OCG. This didn't come out yet. This is a cool reference to, I think, when Joey was possessed by Marek and was fighting little Yugi, like his wing was being cut off and stuff. I think that was the reference to that duel. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. But yeah, so this is Red Eye Soul. This is in the OCG. It hasn't come out yet. Basically, this card is treated as Red Eyes Black Dragon while on the field or in the graveyard. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, special summon one Red Eyes monster from your hand or deck. So this helps you get Red Eyes out faster. So, and it's very easy, you know, if your opponent special summons a monster. That's really good. You can only use this effect once per turn. You can target one Red Eyes Black Dragon in your monster zone, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack. So it also does the burn damage. I tried not to do a lot of burn damage in this deck because it's not really Joey's style, but a lot of Red Eyes cards do burn, so it was kind of tricky. So it is what it is. I think that's his only burn card in the deck, along with like Inferno Fire Blast. But I tried to avoid burn because I don't feel like that's really Joey's style. Then we have Red Eyes Wyvern in there as well. We got Red Eyes Retro Dragon. Obviously this is like a little reference to Red Eyes and Time Machine in the duel with Bandit Keith. We have Gearfried, the Red Eyes Knight. I added that in there. This is an official Joey card though, so you could add that. I also added Red Eyes Baby Dragon in here as well. Very cool card right there. Then we got the Black Stone of Legend. I thought I had this card, but I don't. It was very expensive, so I guess I was never able to buy it, so I printed it out. But yeah, Red Eyes Blackstone of Legend is very important to get Red Eyes out turn 1 from your deck. And then for other cards, we have Jinzo in there as well for traps. And then I also added a Esperoba support card called Jinzo, the Machine Menace, in there. So this is an Esperoba card, but for my version, I also added it into Joey's deck because this is a very easy card. If either you or your opponent has a trap card in the graveyard, you could just special summon it from your hand, then it becomes a level 6, and then during your main phase you contribute it to summon Jinzo from your hand or deck, so it brings out Jinzo right away. And then on top of that, it will destroy all trap cards your opponent controls, even if they're set. So they would have to flip over their face down cards and all the traps would be destroyed. So that is a very cool reference to the anime effect of Jinzo, because that's what the anime effect does. When Jinzo's on the field, it destroys all traps on the field. It would like flip up all the traps and then destroy them, and then neither player is allowed to well, they could set traps, but it would just be destroyed right away. So yeah, that was the anime effect of Jinzo. It would actually destroy the traps. It wouldn't just make it so you can't activate them, or so that they're unaffected or whatever. Then we got a new support card here that I created. I'm going to put it on the screen on the right. This is called Rocket Warrior Invincible Mode. I'm not the first one to come up with this concept. I've seen a couple other concepts, but this effect that I created is my own. It's my own unique effect. If a monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can equip this card from your hand to that target, and if you do, it cannot be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage from that battle. Then destroy the equipped card at the end of the damage step. So yeah, you're attacked, you can equip this to your monster won't be destroyed by that battle, and you won't take any battle damage. And then its second effect is, if an opponent's monster declares an attack while this card is in your graveyard, quick effect, you can equip this card from your graveyard to that opponent's monster, so basically the attacking monster, but banish this card when it leaves the field. If this card is equipped to an opponent's monster by this effect, it loses 1500 attack points, the same attack as his attack points, and you can only use each effect once per turn. So it's both a hand trap and a graveyard effect. So this will come very much in handy to not only protect one of your monsters, but also to weaken one of your opponent's monsters by equipping it from the graveyard. So I thought that was a really fun creative effect. Let me know what you guys think of that. Then we got the Blue Flame Swordsman right here. And then we have a new support card that I created for the Flame Swordsman called the Invincible Flame Swordsman. I want to thank good old Batman from DeviantArt. The link will be in the description below, and if it's not, let me know so I can add it. But he's the one who created this amazing artwork. He created this a long time ago. I asked for permission, and I got the permission to use this artwork. This artwork is amazing. But essentially, it's the Invincible Flame Swordsman. I kept him a level 5, but I gave him an effect that allows him to be summoned without it. So his effect is, if you control no monsters, or if there's a level 5 or higher monster on the field, you can normal summon this card without tributing. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can equip one Salamandra from your hand, deck, or graveyard to this card. While this card is equipped with an equipped spell card, this card cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. If this card on the field is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Flamed Swordsman monster from your hand or graveyard except this card. So that's really good. He just summons himself if you control nothing. Even though he's a level 5, you can normal summon him that way, or if there's a level 5 or higher, you can normal summon him. Equip Salamandra. Yeah, can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects while he's equipped with an equipped spell, which is awesome. So it automatically makes him a 2500 beater because Salamandra gives him 700, so he's just acts as an invincible. Like, he's just a beat stick. He equips Salamandra. Now he can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects, so you have to only kill him by battle, or you could bounce him or banish him through an effect or something like that, but you can't target him. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, that's the Invincible Flame Swordsman. Let me know what you guys think of that effect. Then we have Giltia, the Night Soul Spear. This is a real card that just recently came out. I haven't been able to buy it yet, but this is good because it allows you to search for Red Eyes Black Dragon, Jinzo, or a level 5 Water Warrior, which I don't have. I'm actually going to work on one for this deck, maybe like an upgrade to Alligator Sword that's a level 5, but I'm still working on some ideas, but I don't have it yet. So there's that. Then there's Guilford the Lightning. I created a new support card for him too. It's going to be in the spell card section, so look forward to that. That makes it easier to summon him and get his effect off. And then what I also did was, as you guys should know, and if you don't know, there is a card that came out for Timaeus where they actually turned Timaeus into a monster card. So I kind of did the same thing for Joey. I'm going to put the Timaeus card on the screen so you guys can see it. But I did the same thing for Joey, and I used the same concept as that. And here we go. I'm just going to show you guys. So this is called Hermos the United Dragon. It's a level 8 light dragon with 2800 attack and 1800 defense. Its effect reads, if you control a face-up level 7 dark dragon, level 2 spellcaster, or level 4 warrior, you can special summon this card from your hand. So basically, the reason why it's so specific is because it's supposed to go into the fusions that he did use, which was, Time Wizard, Red Eyes Black Dragon, and I'm trying to remember what the other one was. Oh yeah, Rocket Hermos Cannon, Rocket Warrior. So if you have any one of those or any other monsters that have those specific requirements, you could just special summon him straight from your hand. And then during your main phase, you can reveal one level 7 or lower fusion monster from your extra deck that lists the Claw of Hermos in its text. So it only works on his fusions. Then tribute this card and one other monster you control or in your hand with the same type as the revealed monster. Special summon the revealed monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. You can only use this once per turn. So let's say you control Rocket Warrior on the field, you special summon him, you fuse with Rocket Warrior, you tribute them both to summon your Rocket Hermos Cannon. So I did this because I kind of created a little storyline where Pegasus wanted to recreate the power of the legendary dragons and give them to Joey, Kaiba, and Yugi. And that's what he did. So he gave this card to Joey. I would just need an alternate artwork for this card, you know, because this is the same artwork as the spell card. But it looks really good. It's awesome. Let me know what you guys think of the effect. Yeah, it's right there. And then for another new support card that I created for Joey is Twin Axe Raider. So this is actually Max Raider from the Rush Duel card game. And then I turned it into an effect monster for Joey here, and I gave it, you know, its own stats and effects for this. So its effect reads: send one warrior monster from your hand or field to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. You can only activate this once per turn. Once per turn, quick effect, you can target one monster your opponent controls, change its battle position, and if you do, it loses 700 attack and defense. If it attacks a defense position monster, it inflicts piercing damage. So basically the inspiration behind this effect is like kind of with Kunai with Chain, where like it can change the battle position of an opponent's monster and also decrease instead of you gaining the attack, it would decrease the attack and defense of the monster that you switch to defense and stuff. So that's cool, and it's a quick effect. So let me know what you guys think of the effect. It's not too busted or anything, but it is fun. So yeah, let me know what you think of that. And then for another really cool boss monster I added, this is a real card. It's God Phoenix Gearfried, or Immortal Phoenix Gearfried is what it's called. So this card is absolutely incredible. This is like a badass boss monster that I added for Joey. That's very strong. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. This card is just amazing because it steals an opponent's monster. I'm not going to read the effect because it's a real card. I'm only going to read the new cards that you guys are unaware of, so you guys can look this up. But Immortal Phoenix Gearfried is an amazing card. Allows you to steal your opponent's monsters. It gives Joey an amazing boss monster that actually like does something crazy, which is good. He definitely needs the power boost. And then we have 100 Dragon. This is also a real card as well. We got Time Wizard, and then two new monsters I added to his deck that he never used but are gonna work well with his deck and with some of the future support I made for him is Mass Dragon and Decoy Dragon. And there you go. So that is the main deck monsters. I'm gonna try to speed through it a little bit more. We have Red Eyes Fusion that I added in here as well. This will come in handy a lot later on with the second wave of support that I made for Joey, but here it is, so you can summon Red Eye / Dragon faster. We have Red Eye's Insight. I think these are the only two Red Eye support cards I added for now. I will add the other ones later on once the deck becomes more Red Eyes focused, but right now it's not hyper Red Eyes focused, so there you go. Next up we have Polymerization, Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial, Graceful Dice. I am gonna create a new dice card, for Red Eyes, and a new like kind of Graceful Dice / Skull Dice kind of mix kind of thing in the future, but I'm still kind of working on it, so just wait for that. And then I also added Summon Dice. So this is a card that they created as support for Duke Devlin, but I also added it into Joey's because it fits with his theme. He does a lot of gambling cards, and this card is good because it'll allow you to, you know, get different effects depending on the role. You could, you know, get an extra normal summon or special summon monster from your hand, and you know, different stuff like that. So I thought it would be a really cool card for Joey to have that works with his theme very well. And obviously we got Salamandra as well. I added a new equip spell. Joey does use some equip spells, so I added some I think maybe like one new equip spell in the main deck and then like two other ones in the side deck. So I added this equip spell card, Super Magic Sword of Raptinus. So, yeah, so this card is very unique because it basically not only gives you, I think, an extra normal summon, but it equips to the monster, changes its battle position, and it gives you some sort of protection depending on whether it's an attack or defense. So I thought it was a really cool defensive card to add for Joey. Then we have Roulette Spider as well, and then we have a new support card I created called Flame Soul. It's a continuous spell card for the Flame Swordsman kind of sub-archetype. When this card is activated, you can add one Flame Swordsman monster from your deck to your hand, so you instantly search your invincible Flame Swordsman, and then you can normal summon it and equip it with Salamandra. If you normal summon a Flame Swordsman monster or fusion summon using a Flame Swordsman monster as material, you can destroy one card on the field. So you summon a Flame Swordsman, you equipped, you pop something, or if you fuse with the Flame Swordsman, you pop something. Really good. And then if a Salamandra, so the equipped spell Salamandra, if Salamandra or a fire monster you control would be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish one fire monster from your graveyard instead. You can only use each effect once per turn. So it gives you protection, it allows you to pop something, it allows you to surge, it kind of does everything you need it to do, which is really cool. Nothing super busted, but it does do what it needs to do. And then I have another new card called Call of the Lightning. This is the new support card for Gearfried the Lightning that I made. When this card is activated, you can add one Guildford the Lightning from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Its second effect is you can target one level 7 or higher monster you control, then send this card to the graveyard. This turn, that monster can be treated as 3 tributes for the tribute summon of Guildford the Lightning. You can only use this effect once per turn. So it allows you to search your Guildford, and then it allows you to make one of your monsters count as 3 tributes, one of your level 7 or higher, and then you can summon Guildford the Lightning and then pop off his effect, destroy all your opponent's monsters. So that's why this card was created, not only to summon him and search him better, but also to, pop off his effect, which is good. Then we have the final spell card, which is called Crossover. This is a real card that kind of recently came out in one of the recent sets. I thought this card was really cool and kind of works with his theme and gives him a really busted card to use against opponents like Kaiba or whatever. I will read this one just because I like it. You can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and one warrior monster you control. Equip that monster, that opponent's face-up monster, to your monster as an equipped spell. So I could literally snatch and steal one of your opponent's monsters and equip it. So if Kaiba has Blue Eyes Ultimate and I have a warrior like Flame Swordsman or any other warrior go for the lightning, I could just take it and equip it. Really busted. And if you do until the end of the turn, your opponent takes no battle damage, so that's the downside. Obviously, they wouldn't take any battle damage from battles involving that monster. You can only use that once per turn. While equipped, if the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy the monster equipped to it by this effect instead. So that's good. It gives that monster protection too by getting rid of the monster that equipped it with it. So very good card. I like that card a lot. I think it's a very powerful, unique card that would fit really well for Joe and give him help him have some good outs and stuff like that. And then for the traps, we have Red Eye Spirit, we have Red Eye's Fang with Chain, we have Kunai with Chain, we have Skull Dice, Bottomless Trap and we have Call of the Haunted. Very simple there, and yeah, very straightforward. Alright, and then for the extra deck, we have Red Eyes / Dragon. Obviously, we're going to have that in there. We have Guilty Gearfried, the Magical Steel Knight. This is kind of a fusion between Guilty of the Knight and Gearfried the Iron Knight, but you can use any 2 warriors with different attributes to summon this. This is a very powerful card. Then we also have a new fusion support card that I created for the Flame Swordsman called the Master Flame Swordsman. I stole the artwork from the Lake Monster and I turned it into a fusion instead. So this is the Master Flame Swordsman, level 7, 2500 attack, 1800 defense. It requires 1 Flame Swordsman monster and 1 Fire monster. While this card is equipped with a Salamandra, all fire monsters you control cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. Also, monsters your opponent controls lose 700 attack. So you would lose the power, they would lose the power boost that you gained from the Flame Swordsman, which is the 700 power boost. So they would lose 700, which is cool there. It has the reverse effect on your opponent. If this card is fusion summoned, you can equip 1 Salamander from your hand, deck, or graveyard to this card. You can only use each effect once per turn. When your opponent activates a spell / trap card or effect, quick effect, so if your opponent activates a spell or trap card, during either player's turn, you can send 1 Salamander equipped to this card to the graveyard to negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. If this card on the field would be sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 fire monster in your graveyard, except this card and special summon it. So it literally does everything you can freaking It gives all your fire monsters protection. It equips Salamandra, giving him a power boost. It decreases your opponent's monster's attack by 700. It negates, and then it also has a floating effect, which is great. So I literally made that card kind of do everything. Let me know if that card's too busted or too strong, or if it's just right or whatever. But I wanted to create a new Flame Swordsman fusion monster that was strong, you know, because that's one of his iconic monsters. Then we have Time Wizard of Tomorrow. We have Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword, Rocket Hermos Cannon, and Time Magic Hammer, since I added the new Hermos retrain and whatnot. For the side deck, I'm going to go through it real quick. We have Lord of the Red, we have Paladin of Dark Dragon, we have Black Metal Dragon. I'll add this card later on once I have more Red Eye support cards, but right now there's not that many, so there's no point of adding it. Marauding Captain, Snipe Hunter, UFO Turtle, Psychic Mega Cyber. I don't have this card yet, obviously, which is why this is a printout, but I added that card in there too from the Robo support. We have Red Eyes Transmigration, Dark Dragon Ritual, Infernal Fire Blast, Lightning Blade, the Warrior Returning Alive. I didn't add any of the banned cards in here, so this is supposed to be replaced with Hey Trunade. So this is supposed to be Hey Trunade, but I couldn't find my copy anywhere. Then we have Double Edged Sword, another equipped spell, a new equipped spell I added for Joey that gives his monsters a 2,000 point boost, but it has kind of a negative side effect too, so you guys could look into that. It's called Double Edged Sword. And then we have Metamorph, and that's it. Yeah, so that is the side deck right there. Okay guys, so that's the deck profile right there. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thought of the new support cards and the other cards that I added that actually do exist, the custom cards, as well as some of the new cards that are real that came out. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this makes Joey's deck stronger? I definitely think it does. And are you guys looking forward to version number 2, where I create a bunch of new... I have so many new cards that I created for Joey. I went hard on him. I wanted to give him massive upgrades because both Yugi and Kaiba have gotten so much new support over the years, and Joey barely got anything, and I wanted to kind of even out the playing field, so I created a bunch of new cards for him because, you know, he's one of my favorites. He's one of everybody's favorites, and he deserves some good support for him that fits more to his style. So yeah, look forward to that, guys. Let me know what you guys liked, what you guys didn't like, what you guys would want to make for Joey, and yeah, just write in the comment section below, like, comment in the video, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, guys. See ya. God bless you guys. Gotcha.